I'm going to share with you Dachshunds and Moccasins, written by me, Nadine Poper, and illustrated by Michelle Wallace. Ham Chin Palelli awoke to the sound of barking dogs. It was never quiet where he lived except in the middle of the night when all the other dogs were sleeping. This morning was no different. Ham Chin Palelli would wait for the kennel worker to open the outdoor pen so he could walk out into the fresh air. And he would wait with his shoes on. And he would wait for the people to come. Maybe this would be the day. Many people all day long would come in and out of the kennel looking for their new dog. His family needed to move away to a place where he couldn't go. They had bought him dog booties, but they were tattered and worn out by now. He never took them off. Ham Chin Palelli was a dachshund who did not like his feet to be cold. Ham Chin Palelli ate quickly that morning so he wouldn't miss anyone coming by his kennel to look at him. Outside he went and waited while people walked by. Some would stop and read the card on his cage. Ham Chin Palelli, that is a strange name. And look, he's got booties on, they would say, and walk on by. Ham Chin Palelli, I can barely even say that name, said another. Looks like this dachshund needs a new pair of dog booties, remarked one more. How did he get that name from still another? And finally, after what seemed like hours, a young boy was standing in front of Ham Chin Palelli's door. The boy didn't walk by. He didn't say anything about Ham Chin Palelli's name or his booties. The boy stared at Ham Chin Palelli, and Ham Chin Palelli stared at the boy. "Mom," the boy shouted, "what about this one?" A woman walked up to the kennel door and peered in. She then looked at the card on the wall. Ham Chin Palelli. What kind of name is that? And I've never seen a dog in shoes before. But she could see how much her son loved this dog, and she could see the dog's gentle ways. After the paperwork was signed, the boy carried his new dog to the car and put him in a crate to keep him safe. The boy checked the dog's booties because he didn't want his dog's feet to get cold. Over the next few weeks, everything was good with Ham Chin Palelli and his new family. They called him Ham for short. The boy would take Ham for long walks in the park, and Ham would snuggle with the family watching movies with his booties on because he didn't want his feet to get cold. One such day, when the family was watching TV, something caught Ham's eye. What was on Dad's feet? They looked soft, they looked cozy, and they looked like they would keep his feet from being cold. And when the movie ended, Ham followed everyone to bed, but he watched Dad closely. Later that night, while everyone slept, Ham crept into the bedroom where he saw them. To his delight, these shoes were soft, they were cozy, and they would keep his feet from being cold. Ham slipped his left paw into Dad's slipper, and off to his bed he went. The next morning, Dad came downstairs looking for his other moccasin, and when he saw Ham, Dad placed the other moccasin on his other paw. Ham Chin Palelli loved his new discovery, though sometimes he would trip, he would stumble, he would fall down, but the smile would never leave his face. These two large moccasins looked out of place with his other booties, and they never stayed on his feet for very long. Ham would wear his moccasins outside, he would wear his moccasins inside. He would wear them to sleep and to play. One time, the boy wanted to play a game he called Hide the Moccasin, but Ham did not like that game very much. Seeing how much Ham Chin Palelli loved Dad's moccasins, it was decided that Ham needed some of his own size. After a time, Ham Chimpalelli's size began to change. "Mom, do you think we're feeding Ham too much food?" the boy asked one day. "No, I don't believe so. We're feeding him just the way the lady at the pet store told us to," was her reply. But as the weeks went by, Ham's size was definitely changing. And one morning, the family awoke to a wonderful surprise. "I guess Ham is a girl dachshund," said the boy. And the boy and his mom got to work right away on 20 very tiny moccasins because they didn't want the pup's feet to get cold. And that's the end of Dachshunds and Moccasins.